Hi, I'm Sydney. I'm a college senior, and this is what's in my bag. Cool. In college, you gotta be functional and have the two strap. All the girlies like tote bags and the shoulder bags, and trust me, I love them too. Do it sometimes, and when I'm walking to class, I normally regret it. So this is my tried and true, my backpack. I've had this for my whole college experience, which has been like 4.5 years. So, my backpack. I've decorated it over time with pins that I've gotten. I got this in Montreal. I got this at the thrift market. These I've just kind of picked up randomly. Yeah, let's get into it. On the sides, I don't have my water bottle because I have a chunky water bottle. So I keep my glasses. If I'm not wearing my glasses, it's because I'm blind. I don't wear them quite often, even though I probably should. I am very blind, but I wear them in class. So you'll see me with glasses on in class, not outside the classroom, usually. I also, in this side pocket, I'm balancing it on my knee, so give me a break. It's like moving. In my side pocket, I have my keys. I have not gotten locked out of my room yet. I don't think I will, knock on wood, knock everywhere, there's no wood around me, but it is always scary. I always have to do like the triple check, like do I have my keys? Because I think it would just be embarrassing to call the RA. I don't want any business in doing that. Okay, on the other side, we just have my wallet. I'm also always doing the triple check for my wallet because how am I gonna identify myself? How am I gonna pay for things? You know, I need my wallet, always, okay? Moving on to this little front pocket, headphones. And we have options here for headphones. We have my AirPods that I recently just got, and then my wired earbuds. Now, I love my AirPods, partly because I just got them, so it's like, ooh, new! These are the Generation 3, and they have really cool voice isolation and voice transparency, so I really, really like these on the plane or when I kind of just want the world to be silent. But then these are functional, again, with the word functional, because I oftentimes don't charge these, so then I have to pull out these. Also, I've heard that this gives you less radiation than these, so kind of a give and take there, right? I think that's all I have in here. Oh, a little hair tie, bobble thing. I learned the word that bobble is also hair tie, I think in England, like in the UK, so I like saying bobble sometimes. This is my bobble. It's just more fitting. Bobble. Okay, and now going into the huge pocket. As you can see, I've had this bag for so long, I don't even have the proper zip. It's broken. Where should we start? I guess I'm looking down, so I'm just gonna start on what's down. My water bottle. This is my Hefty Defty water bottle. I love it. Had it forever, as you can maybe tell. So I don't normally have this in my bag, but because I was like out and about today, no classes, I did bring paper and I brought my pencils. I'm trying to get into drawing more, so I'm challenging myself every time I go outside to draw something, whether that's a tree, whether that's a building, whether that's a sign. It can really be anything. The point is for me to just get into the habit of sketching things down. So I am usually, if I'm not going to class, I do have these in my bag just so when I get bored or if I sit down, it's drawing time. It's not phone time, it's drawing time. I also have my 2 journals. This is my everyday journal. This is like, why are they both undone? There we go. This is my like note-taking idea journal. It's a little broken, so I did pin it up a little bit there and it worked quite well, I think. So, journals, of course. I also always carry around with me a book. This is Ariel by Sylvia Plath. It's her poem book. When I started reading this, I kind of just realized that poems is not for me. I'm not a poem girl. I love a book. I love myths. I love sci-fi, I love mystery. I don't know what it is about me and poems. I don't love poem books. I love Sylvia Plath. I'm not a poem girl, and I'm realizing this, reading this. They don't make sense to me, quite honestly. I can't make sense of it in my mind. Maybe that's a me problem. Let me know if you have that issue, but I'm still gonna read it because I still like her. I still like her writing style. It's just poems. I don't know. Okay, what else do we have? In this little pocket, nothing in there. Where's my pencil? I was looking for my pencils, but I actually think they're up here. Yes, they are. I carry around one pencil, Bic pencil, and one pen, G2 Pilot pen. If you know, you know. This is my favorite pencil. This is my favorite pen in the world. I think it's so smooth. I will say it's also rare that I do have a pencil on me. We had a pop quiz in my data science class and I didn't have a pencil, so I had to go up to the professor and say that I don't have a pencil because none of the people around me had an extra pencil. So I had to go up and say I don't have a pencil, and then you know what he says to me? He doesn't have a pencil either. I had to use a blue Sharpie marker. So that was humbling. That's what you gotta do. No one carries pencils nowadays. It's all digital. In like the backhand part of my bag, my iPad. Love my iPad, always on her. I just downloaded Sims and revamped my love for that. I was obsessed with Sims from the ages of 8 to 15 to 22. I'm still obsessed with Sims, but I'm obsessed with it the most when I'm playing it on a PlayStation. On the iPad it's a little different. You also can't cheat, like, you know, you can get like the Simulon money. It's been hard because the Sims on the iPad is all about XP, and I'm just used to building a house and getting a lot of money and, like, I don't know, living in my sim world. There's another game that I want to recommend. It's called Japanese Rural, and you kind of just have this land and you upkeep it and you go to the market. It's really fun. Those are my 2 iPad game suggestions. Also, third one, sorry, Cooking Fever. Okay, enough with the iPad. Then we have my computer. I actually just took off some stickers. So I took off stickers from here and from here. That was a very long and arduous process. Thinking I may have to take off this sticker because as I was taking off the other ones with alcohol, I rubbed off the UNC, and I don't know if I love the look at that, but I have data or it didn't happen. I have my little frog. This is from actually my TA. I won like the review session in my urban planning class, and he gave me so many stickers. I think he gave me like 500 of these. Not the same, like, but this little guy like doing different emotes. I have my UNC sticker that I've kind of ruined and tarnished, my study abroad in Scandinavia sticker, and then my I voted early sticker. I like stickers, but I'm very picky about my sticker and how it looks. So it's not every sticker that I'll put onto my things, you know. It takes a special sticker. Okay, I think now we're in the last pocket, which is right here, which is kind of where all of my goodies go. So, oh, again, another hair tie bobble situation. I always carry around my eyelash curler. This is like kind of insane. I've been called insane for doing this, but I like always having curled eyelashes. Like if my eyelashes aren't curled, who am I? So I carry this around with me. I'll curl my eyelashes again when I get to class. Like, I just love a curled eyelash, okay? Sue me, I don't care. Gum, I always have gum in my bag. Kind of self-explanatory, but helps me get through class, helps me focus, and gives me some stimulation in some sense. I have all of my lippies, my lip stain, my like glow oil from Dior, and then my chapstick. So I will always have a lippy on hand. No dry lips. If I forget my chapstick to class, it's a bad day. I know it's a bad day because I know that's gonna be the day I start licking my lips. That's the day my lips are the most chapped they've ever been. That's just how it happens for me, honestly. The last thing I have in this section is eye drops. Now, this kind of connects back, full circle moment, to the glasses. I don't wear contacts because it makes my eyes feel really dry, but my eyes are already chronically dry, so I bring around eye drops to make sure that my eyes can stay perpetually wet. That's all for the what's in my bag. It's funny because when I went to school as a kid, I would have a binder, and I would have paper, and I would have pencils, and I would have, you know, like the fun erasers, and now I just feel like my bag is so simplified and what I have inside is so bare minimum compared to what I used to have. However, I think I like it. I think I like both, and both were fun in their different ways, but paper's just not the wave anymore. It's all iPad, and it's all digital, and it's all on the screen, which is why I normally don't have a pencil in my backpack. And my bag was a lot more organized than it usually is. I'm normally running out of the house trying to get to class, so sometimes I'll forget my chapstick. Sometimes I will forget my eyelash curler, and those are the days where I think, all right, you know, time got me. That's everything I carry in my backpack with me to class. I am having a really good, fun last year here at UNC, and it's just crazy that I'm a senior. So hopefully the spring semester goes just as well, fingers crossed, and I will catch you guys later.